Hi, my name is Brian Ho. I am the RF and Microwave Application Engineer for Keysight Technologies. Today we'll be talking about the test setup in front of me. Currently, it is a PXI chassis set up for 24-port VNA measurements. Today we'll be setting it up for 12-port differential measurements. This setup will be able to measure 6 Ethernet cables, which is typically seen in an Automotive Ethernet switch. We'll be testing the Open Alliance TC9 specification using the AE6910L compliance software. With this, we can test all 6 cables at once with a push of a button. Before we can test, we'll need to calibrate the system. As you can imagine, 24-port calibration will take a lot of time. Luckily, once you calibrate and save the file, you don't have to calibrate again. You can pull it up anytime. Also, the calibration process is quite simple. The VNA will run through the calibration steps for you and you just have to follow it. We'll be also using an eCal module today, as it will take away the complexities as well as minimize the time spent on calibrating. Once the test setup is completed and the eCal module is connected to the VNA, we can start the calibration process. We first go into the VNA window and go to the Cal menu. Once we go into the Cal menu, we'll go to Other Cal. From the Other Cal menu, we'll go into the eCal menu. Once this is pressed, you'll see this menu. On the left, you will see the VNA ports. For this, we have 24. On the right, you'll see the eCal module. The serial number. This is detected automatically by the VNA, so you don't have to actually put in the serial number or model number of the eCal. Once this is done, you can hit Next. We can follow the window prompts. In this prompt, it says to put port 1 of the VNA to the eCal and put the other side of the port 2 of the VNA to the other side of the eCal. Once that is connected, you can hit Measure and the calibration will start. Once the calibration is done, it will prompt you to move over to the next cable. Once everything's completed, you can save the file and use that file whenever needed for the compliance software. After the calibration process is completed, we can open the TAP automation software. Once we open the TAP automation software, we can access the AE6910L test platform. To do this, we'll go into the TAP software and go to View. From the View, we'll go into Panels and select the AE6910L test setup. Here we can generate a test plan by selecting what specification we're looking at. We'll be looking at the TC9 specification. Here we can set up what instrument we're using. We're using the Pixie chassis, and this is the calibration file we saved previously. At the very bottom here, you can see the port mapping of the ports. And once everything is selected, you can go and generate and load test plan. Once this is done, a test plan of the TC9 spec is generated. If we open the windows, you can see that there's many different test plans such as propagation delay, interference. As you can see, there's quite a different things you can do, including insertion loss, return loss, mode conversion, and even for bundle cable crosstalk. All this can be done all at once without having to remove cables or change the setup. After the calibration, we can now test. Here we'll be demonstrating a test for the basic cable for the TC9. On the left side, you can see the TAP program. On the right side, you can see the VNA. We'll run the program and you should see. Now, once the program is running, you can see that the VNA is measuring. At the end of the test, you'll see that a report will pop up telling you the results of the test.